Prison overcrowding.
No one can stop this.
New Mexican Mafia.
I'm above the law. Well, I've already done a review on Shot Caller. Been asked to have Wildman give his thoughts on the movie Shot Caller.
Yeah, I watched it, and I've watched it a couple of times actually. I'd actually say it's probably the most realistic movie, as in prison, and as in I can't comment on being an AB member and how it would be, because obviously I haven't been one. But from what I've seen and from what I've experienced, it's very, very realistic. It's like any other gang. Once you're in, you're in. You never get out. But it's more to the point where the way he is as a man and the way he acts and the way he takes it on is like, it's probably one of the best movies I've ever seen. If anyone's got any other movies what do you think are good or could be anything like Shot Caller, please comment on it and tell me your views on Shot Caller, because I'd be interested in what you actually think about it.
So when people come into prison on low offences, I know there was Bonsai was the most famous one in Arizona. He came in, he'd done burglaries, he ended up taking it all the way to the death penalty. Do you think there's a lot of pressure, like Shot Caller shows how people can come in, and if you want to not get your booty hole taken, you got to get in a fight here and there, and that can then lead to you then getting more time added onto your sentence?
Well, it totally acts that, but it's the fact that it's the whole scene where when they're outside and they're in the little cages, because them cages was at the same as the ones in Arizona, and they'd put you in there. There was naughty boy cages. Them themselves are fucking brutal. If you get into a scrap, they'll put you in the cage. Now, they barely give you water. There's no fucking shelter. It's just a little fucking cage. And you sat there in a cage and the fucking sun is, especially in Arizona, the sun is baking on you. That in itself is punishment. But then to be a guy next to you and you know for a fact that you're going to get into a fight with him as soon as that cage opens, that to me was probably one of the best bits of the movie. I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the whole story behind it actually. By far it's one of my best movies. I've got a few movies and I'll mention them here and there, but if you haven't watched it, please watch it, because it's a really, really good movie. Yeah,
in Arizona they call those outdoor cages like the Arizona room, because it's like the Sonoran Desert.
Yeah.
And there was a woman, Marcia Powell, she was a prostitute, and she came in, but the guards didn't give her anything to drink, and she just completely dehydrated and died. Talking it's almost 50-degree heat in those cages in the summer in Arizona. It's absolutely brutal. But in Shot Caller, what about the bit where, you know, he first comes in? I mean, this guy, he was like a stock market guy, wasn't he, like me?
Yeah, he was.
He first comes in, all the new arrivals, and the skinny black guy's looking down, looking nervous. They're in a dorm. When he looks over at the guy, the black gang raping this guy in the night, and then he makes a decision right there, doesn't he? This isn't going to happen to me. Because the ABs, they think he's a lame. They saw him come in, he's from the financial world, this guy's a lame, we can't put this guy to any use. But when they see the next day he comes out on the rec yard, he's made a decision, he's not going to get punked out, he's not going to get his booty taken. And the first guy who bumps into him, he just starts throwing punches. And, you know, when you first got to the Arizona prison system, guy didn't bump into you, but they like tried to like ask you about things, and you just knocked the guy out, didn't you?
Yeah. You have got to make a stand, but you got to be pretty clever about it too. You know what I mean? You don't keep on doing it. You just make a stand, and you can always act ignorant at the time. So I didn't know any different, to be fair, but you do make that stand.